Hello my dudes, welcome back to All the Mods 8. Now behind me you see the beginnings of what is going to be our magical stronghold. It's not complete, but I've started to build what's going to be the area where we do all of our ARS NOUVEAU, occultism, potion brewing, enchanting. Basically everything that's magical and not technological is going to take place in the building behind me. And that's a great way of just having a clear divide between the tech mods, which are going to happen in this office style building here, and then the magic mods. So let me jump in and show you around my new digs. So here we go. So I wanted like a wizard tower, but I also wanted like a more square structure as well. So what I'm going to have here is like a house connected via a bridge to a wizard's tower. Now let me go and show you what I've done inside. It looks pretty snazzy. Now the entire build is almost exclusively these green brick shingles, oak logs, oak planks, these oak pillars which I think look fantastic, and then stone brick and stone brick stairs. So we have the ground floor. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do here. Maybe enchanting, maybe potion making, maybe both. Then we have the second floor up here, which is, a big empty space for us to work with. And then a staircase that rises up, well, I don't know how many floors we're going to put in this place, but this thing goes all the way up. And this was just like a really easy staircase that I was able to copy and paste. Now, because we are jetpack lords, we might not even be using stairs, but I do think it's always good to put stairs in your house because, how else are you going to be protected? Also, it's great just because, my jetpack might run out of fuel. And also we have this tower. Now, at the moment, this is very bare bones. And take a look, it's a giant hollow tower. Plus, I dug down a little bit further as well, and it goes pretty damn deep. Take a look at this. Plenty of room in here to do some pretty wicked wizardy things. And we've also got this outside garden bit, because you know what? Most wizards use, and potion makers especially, use kind of vegetables and herbs and, also there's those weird occultism seeds that we got, right? And this is a perfect place to grow them. Now the back of this will lead down to what's going to be our create farm over. Oh my god. It just gets crazier and crazier, doesn't it? Anyway, this will lead down to that farm eventually, but for now it's just going to be the place where we do all our magic stuff. So we do have one problem before we get started with magical mods, and that is the fact that I don't want to come back over here every time I need to craft to use my computer and the crafting grid. So what we're going to try and do this episode as well is make a remote control that's going to give us remote access to the crafting grid. Now this is super easy, super simple to make. It should be. Is there one here? Yeah, here we go. It's one of these bad boys. So we want to make the wireless crafting grid. Yeah, here we go. And it's not too hard to make. In fact, what we could actually do is borrow the crafting grid from, let's borrow the crafting grid down here from the Evil Craft room, because I realized Evil Craft was quite kind of fun to check out. But what we're going to actually turn this room into is going to be the mob farming room, because there's not really enough in Evil Craft to justify a massive room like this. Plus, also we can move like the blood chest and maybe the blood infuser over to our magical tower. And boom, here we are, the wireless crafting grid. Now we can throw this into our elite energy cube that's had time to fill up. Amazing. Boom. Now we also need one other thing. We need to get a signal to our wireless crafting grid. And we do that with, where is it? Yeah, here we go, a wireless transmitter. Now again, these need some spicy materials, like some of these cooked processors. But all in all, not a crazy hard craft. Now I'm not quite sure what the range is on this wireless transmitter, so we'll have to wait and see. If I remember rightly, I think it might have been something really bad, like 16 blocks, but that can't be right. Maybe it must be higher than that. Anyway, you just stick one of these onto one of the cables of refined storage, like this. Yeah, oh my god, 16 blocks. Well, there's also space for upgrades as well, so maybe we can make an upgrade for this. Yeah, here we go, a range upgrade. Now, if this doesn't do the job, I don't know what will. So here we go. The range upgrade now makes it 24 blocks, and then one more. 32. Well, okay, let's see how far away 32 blocks actually is, because I still might be, in range. So if I hold down Shift and right-click on the computer controller, does that work? How do I make this crafting grid work with my computer? Linked to... Oh, apparently it's already linked. Okay, great. Okay, so it works here. Works here. Right, not quite in range here. So what I'm going to probably have to do is bring over like a cable underground and park it roughly in the middle over here, and that way it's going to be in range no matter where I am in the tower. And there we go, the wireless transmitter is back in action. And yeah, my wireless crafting grid now works most of these places, but I will actually have to put in the upgrades again. Here we go. And I'll make 2 more range upgrades as well, because, you know, that should upgrade it to 64 range, which is definitely what we need. Oh, okay, no, curious. So the maximum range you can get with these range upgrades is only 48 blocks. That's still pretty far away, though. I mean, to put it into perspective, I think even at the top of this tower right here, I'm still in range, even over here. Still in range. Yeah, oh, okay, so way over here, I'm not quite in range. But anywhere else, yeah, it's pretty good to go. Okay, so this should be good for ARS NOUVEAU. So we're ready to start our journey into the magic mods. Now, the first thing I want to do is, can I use a paxel to hoe ground? And let's hoe this ground and plant these occultism seeds. We're not doing occultism yet, we're going to focus on ARS NOUVEAU this episode, but I really want to get those seeds planted so that in future we have some grown crops, some grown demon seeds. Now also the wireless crafting grid is a curio, so I don't need to put it in my bag, and I can just attach a hotkey to it. So let's find a slot. Can we put it as like a charm? Yeah, perfect, amazing. So, in the quest log, there are 2 magical mods that have quest chains. There is Elemental Craft. Wow, looks pretty complicated, but also, that's going to be very fun. But the one we're going for this episode is going to be ARS NOUVEAU, the spiritual successor to Ars Magica, one of the best mods ever made. And where else are you going to start but the start? In fact, that is a great thumbnail right there. So welcome to ARS NOUVEAU. Completing the first quest gives us a worn notebook. It's basically the wiki/guidebook for ARS NOUVEAU. Now apparently I've been told in the comment section, thank you very much, that getting Silk Touch with a spell is actually really easy to do, and I think I remember it being quite easy to do, so that's going to be quite cool. To get started, you'll need to craft yourself a novice spell book where you create and store your spells. Hitting the C key will open up the create a spell page. We'll make the book first. So, let's get going. Yeah, so the notebook is very good. It's like a standard, notebook style. I think lots of mods use this same mod to make their information books. And here we go. This is how you make the novice spellbook. Just a book and all the iron tools. There's an iron sword. Apparently we have the rest. Boom, novice spellbook. And we're going to get a potion of mana regeneration for this, and some XP. So here we go. Oh my god, this looks really complicated, but I don't think it actually is. So you have forms and effects, spells that are how you cast them. It can be a projectile, it can be on yourself, or it can be like something you touch, like you hit, like with a sword. And then the effect that they do, so you can have break. So if you do touch break, you basically make a pickaxe. If you do projectile break, you make like a ranged pickaxe. And as you progress through the mod, you unlock more of these forms and more of these effects, and in the end you can do some really crazy stuff. Now there's also color pickers for your spells. Oh man, there's loads of stuff. Familiars. Oh, no way. So we can get like a familiar, like a rat or an imp, or like some kind of squirrel. Would be cool. Sounds, spell sounds. Let's turn up the volume on these spell sounds. I want to hear them go off. Like big time. But yeah, overall, these are the basics. So how do we make a spell? Where do we begin? Well, okay, yeah, so let's make a spell. We press the button to open the book. We're going to make this spell number 1. And spell number 1 is going to be projectile break, like a ranged break spell. So projectile break. And this is going to be a break ball. It's like a fireball, but it breaks. Yeah, okay. Create. There we go, break balls. Let's try and cast this on something. I guess I can probably break this piece of dirt. Boom, yeah, oh yeah. So the mana I have is on the bottom left, and you can see that going down when I cast the spell. Very cool. Now what I would like to know is what the mining level is on this spell, because I'm pretty sure you can't get all the modium with this. But I'm sure later down the line there's ways to upgrade that. Okay, cool, so we made our first spell. In the bottom left of your screen, you'll see your mana bar. Yeah, we talked about that. There are ways to increase your mana pool. So let's do it. Let's upgrade our spellbook to a mage's spellbook. Okay, pretty cool. So we use the spellbook with some obsidian, diamonds. Oh no, how are we going to get those? Jokes. Block of quartz and blaze rod. And then put the spellbook in the top left and bam! Now we have a mage's spellbook. Wow, super quick, super simple. It's really nice to come out these mods once you've done like a bit of playing around, got like a crafting grid, got some power and some materials, because you never really get stuck at a point because you need to go and mine for diamonds. That really slows you down doing some mining and gathering, and can really suck. But also, most mods kind of have their own resources anyway that you're going to have to make. For example, taking a look at the next few quests, I think we're going to have to go and find some archwood logs. I don't know what they are or where they are. So we're not making an Archmage spellbook anytime soon. That means the next thing in the quest chain, oh my god, look at all these effects. There's some crazy things. Bounce, extend time, orbit, split. Oh, there's so many cool things. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to see if we can find the archwood logs. Do we have any other magical seeds? I seem to remember there were some hexari seeds. Yeah, what's this? Sage seeds. So we're also going to plant these seeds as well. Oh, look at this. Glyph of Craft. Did I get that as like a quest reward? I think I must have done. There we go. So how do we get the glyph into our spellbook? Do I right-click on it? Yeah, boom. You just right-click with it and you unlock it. Amazing. Yeah, archwood trees. Where are we going to find them? So we're going to try and fly around on our broom. Oh, yeah, look at this. To find an archwood tree. Oh man, I freaking love this broom. It's so good. It's not amazingly quick. Oh, whoa, what's this? I didn't even see this crater. Oh, no way. Right on my doorstep. Oh man. This broom it's hilarious because it's got like a Steve head at the front. It's not quick as a jetpack, but it is way cooler and way more on brand. So we're looking for an archwood tree. I don't even know what one looks like. The biggest problem with the broom, though, is that you go where you're looking, and we kind of want to fly up while looking down to find an archwood tree. Whoa, what the hell is this? A forest temple. So as cool as the broom is, it's not ideal for what we want it to do. We're going to have to use the jetpack, I think. Let's check out this temple, though. What's going on here? We've got a bee cage. Podzol might come in handy, and these gems. So I realised we can actually use these gems in future. Ooh, ARS NOUVEAU. And what we're going to want to do is break them down into gem dust. So I'm going to collect all the gems that I find. It's actually really valuable. Oh, look at this, a free supply camp. No way. Whoa, micro missiles. Well, okay, and we'll take these ARS NOUVEAU arrows as well, because I really do want to make like a crossbow from Silent Gear, and I think a crossbow with augmented magic arrows could be frickin' insane. Anyway, there we go. We're looking for archwood trees, not temples. Let's get out of here. Okay, moving on. Well, another forest temple? Well, I mean, there could be good stuff in here. So this is a very weird temple. Look at this. So I presume you're supposed to kind of solve this challenge to get to the chest. However, we just broke our way through because, you know. Oh, look at this. Kitty slippers. Amazing. Creepers will ignore me. Let's keep going. Keep looting. Oh, bunny hoppers. What I'm really looking for is like any kind of tree that has different leaves to whatever else is in the biome. And this looks like it might be what we're looking for. Oh, yeah. Cascading archwood logs. Okay, let's grab it. Oh yeah, there we go. Archwood logs, task complete. Now, I want to get saplings as well. I want to be able to regrow these things. And it looks like this thing is dropping them, so that's perfect. Yeah, amazing. 8 saplings from 1 tree. That's a great rate. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Quest destroyed. And it gives us a sapling as well. Amazing. So let's take this home. Oh, wow. I've actually traveled really far. Anyway, let's head back south. What's this? Another skyship? No, it looks different. Well, let's go and check it out. Yeah, there it is. Oh my god, wow, this thing looks amazing. This is a really cool looking airship. Not quite as cool as my Let's Build one, but you know what? Points for trying. Sky high. Yeah. So what's inside? Oh, there's a ladder that goes all the way up. Ah, okay, so you don't need to be able to fly to get in here. Knock knock. It's me. Hi. Oh, a spawner. Skeleton spawner at that. Well, we're going to box... Oh, no, I can't box. I don't have any boxes. Well, we'll take the redstone and get out of here then. Oh, no, there's an upstairs. What's this? Oh, rude dudes. Okay, enough with the distractions. It's time to get home, back to our base. Okie dokie, so we're going to go due south a little bit. There we go, that tower of sugarcane in the distance, unmistakable. Now, so far we haven't really needed to build any machines or put down any objects, so we can kind of do ARS NOUVEAU wherever we want, but that's going to change pretty soon, I think. Especially now that we got some building blocks. So here we go, a dowsing rod for a magic finder. The dowsing rod gives you magic find and scrying. Okay. Allow you to see nearby magical creatures. And helps you to find amethyst. What the hell is amethyst? Oh, okay, so yeah, the quest book crashed me again. Oh, a curse you quest book. But I've had a look and I've done a few quests, so I'm going to have to kind of like, you know, fill you in on what I did while the game was crashed, because I forgot to press record again. Ugh, crazy. But yeah, I planted a few more of these saplings because this wood is going to come in handy. Now, they're not the prettiest of trees, but function over form, it's going to be fine. It's more important that we get this wood than we make the base look super pretty right now. So the dowsing rod. So the way this works is you right click and you get a couple of buffs, scrying and magic find. And this shows you the location of all kinds of magical creatures. So I accidentally buried a carbuncle when I was building earlier. Oh, there's a cat down there as well. Sorry, bro. But yeah, this shows you the location of magical creatures, like a carbuncle here. Anything else flying? Oh yeah, there's one of these whirly gigs over here. A spinny woo. Whirly sprig, that's what it's called. So that's pretty cool. Now, there's not much use for the, what's it called, the dowsing rod right now, but I imagine that's going to come in super handy later on in the mod. Now, also the next quest was to make one of these, a scribe's table. Pretty amazing. And the scribe's table is how you unlock gifts. No, not gifts. Glyphs. It's super simple, and the process is really fun. Now, this is the first actual object we're going to have to place down. So with that, I'm going to dedicate this floor right here to being all about ARS NOUVEAU. Now, it looks very bare bones at the moment, but don't worry, I'm going to be adding more pillars and more decorations, some bookcases. This is going to look like the home of a real master wizard, a real grand wizard. Yeah. So the scribe's table, and we're going to put this down, I reckon, just over here in the corner. Well, no, we're going to put it out of the way of the corner first. We're going to put it in the middle here. We can move this later on if we find a permanent location. But for now, this is fine. So I don't right-click on this. How does this work? Oh, right, yeah, I use the Mage's Spellbook to right-click on the table. And then there's a whole bunch of glyphs in here that I can pick from. Now, they're arranged by tiers. Tier 1, 2, and 3. And obviously the Tier 3 ones are quite expensive to make. Now, I did unlock Summon Wolves, and I have that as a glyph now. So what I can do is, well, give that a cast. I made... Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, there we go. So basically, I designed the spell. It's in slot 10 as Self-Summon Wolves. I called it Wolf Brothers. And what this does is for the low cost of half my mana, summons me 2 wolves to help me in battle. Pretty cool, and they last about a minute. But let's unlock another glyph. And let's also skip all the way to tier 3. Now, most of these require a weird kind of summoning icon thing. Like, I don't know what those items are, like that banana and those blue circles, but I think they're Ars Magica related kind of runes. But there's only one spell here, only one glyph that doesn't require any of that. It's called Orbit. Summons 3 orbiting projectiles around the caster that will cast a spell on any entities it may hit. So you could even use this as like a way to mine the blocks right around you. Pretty cool. And we need a compass, Eye of Ender, and a blaze rod to create this glyph. So we'll click Orbit. Those are the items. We click Select down here, and all of the items appear floating above the table. Looks very, very, very cool. And down at the bottom it says, toss the items into the table as they appear. Now, luckily enough, I prepared all these items earlier. So there's the compass, there's the blaze rod, and there's the Eye of Ender. So, compass, check. Ooh, poof. Eye of Ender, poof, check. And last but not least, the blaze rod. Ooh, and oh yeah, look at this. The quill goes over to the ink pot, floats around, and creates the glyph. This is really, really, really cool, and reminds me a lot of Ars Magica. Making spells in that was one of the most fun things I ever did. Anyway, boom, I've unlocked Orbit. Wait, oh no, yeah, so Orbit is too powerful for your current spellbook, a tier 3 glyph. So I think the spells are literally like a major spellbook, yeah, here we go, can cast tier 2 glyphs or lower. So we're locked to tier 2 glyphs. What is in tier 2 that looks tasty yet affordable? Extract, we can afford, there we go. Oh, applies a Silk Touch effect to break. So we can add this to our break ball and it'll make it Silk Touch. Pretty cool. Well, let's do that. Boom. I've definitely got emeralds. Boom. Oh, the quill gets to work. The cork comes out of the bottle and we have a glyph of extract. Boom. So let's add this to break ball. Basically, we already have a pickaxe that doesn't have Silk Touch, but if we can now have a spell that has Silk Touch, it's just a great way of just, bypassing the whole enchantment process. So augment it with, what does Amplify do? Increases the power of most spells, can increase the harvest level of break, and increases the damage of spells. So let's increase the harvest level for 1, and then extract on the end. Boom, break ball. So now, in theory, this thing can probably break netherite, or even like all the modium, and Silk Touch it. So let's take a look at these quests now. Oh my god, oh right, oh my god, I messed up here. I really should have accepted these quests before I started using these glyphs. But that's okay, like I said, this series is mostly about me making mistakes, so you don't have to. So yeah, make sure you unlock these 3 quests before you unlock any glyphs, because, well, I mean, the materials weren't expensive. I can make these again, no worries. But it is a bit of a shame, because some of these things that are here, I've already unlocked. Luckily enough, though, the rewards are only really XP, however, they are 100 XP. Well, okay, we understand spells and spellbooks, we understand wood, and finding magical creatures. We know how glyphs work, and how to make our first spells. What is the next step? An imbuement chamber creating source gems. We have some of them already from chests, but it looks like it wants you to make the imbuement chamber first. So let's get about this, an imbuement chamber. Doesn't look too hard to make, I've got all the bits. Boom. And there we go, quest complete. Get some XP and some arcwood planks. Now, creating source gems, which is basically like the item that you use to craft things in Ars Magica. We haven't used it so far, but we're still very early on in the mod, aren't we? So we'll need to put lapis or amethyst shards into the imbuement chamber, and over time, these will convert to source gems. Now again, we're putting down these objects only in temporary spaces. Later on down the line, we'll work out more room to put these things in, but for now, here we go, the imbuement chamber. And we right-click, I guess, with lapis. Ooh. Add source nearby to increase craft speed. Crafting progress. Ooh. It looks like we might want a couple of these going at the same time so we can get like even more gems. Yeah, here we go. I think 6 is going to be a nice number for us to get started with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And let's put just some lapis in all of these. Oh, and the first one has already made a first source gem. Good to go. Yeah, there we go, 100%. Source gems, boom. And this is a purple quest, which I think means it's supposed to be a good one. But yeah, 3 rewards, nice. Oh, look at this. That's quite a range of random rewards. Conjuration essence. Ah, that's one of the things I need to make a glyph. Perfect. The source jar, storing source. Now, I'm assuming it doesn't mean ketchup. And to be honest, I've always hated ketchup, but I can never say no to barbecue. So in ARS NOUVEAU, the power system is called source. So source is basically power. To start collecting some source, we'll need a source jar. Can we move with buckets? Oh, so it's like a liquid. Source is power and source is a liquid. So it's like oil. It's like magic oil. There we go, a source jar, just some glass and some slabs. No sweat. Now I feel like we might need more than one of these, so I'm going to make 2. There we go, source jar. It's not a fluid. Okay, not a fluid. So we have a jar now, and these other things seem to be connected to the jar for some reason. This one creates source using the growth of plants. Oh, interesting. This one generates source from nearby food. This one stores potions. Oh, and this one gives you power through potions. This one generates source from mob deaths and animal breeding. And this one is a volcanic source link. Very interesting, right. So yeah, there are a number of ways to make power. We're going to put down these jars and see if there's any way we can really interact with them. So bish, bash, bosh. And yeah, they're all 0% full. So how do you, if this stores power, what are the kind of cables? Do you magically link these to the other blocks that produce source? I don't know. The volcanic source link generates source by consuming burnable items. Oh, perfect. So we can just basically put coal in here. It's like a coal generator. Oh, but archwood logs generate bonus source. As it burns, it will convert nearby stone into lava. Luckily enough, though, we have all the bits we need. So there we go, a volcanic source link. Let's get the reward. Could be good. Anyway, yeah, let's put this down and see how it connects to these jars. Do I put it on top? Will that work? Just connecting it like that. So it uses burnable objects, like coal, I suppose. And I have coal. Oh, I think I have to toss the coal block on top. Is that right? Yeah, okay. So there you go. Take a whole stack of coal blocks and let's see how much source I get from that. Is it working? Yeah, there we go. Almost 100% full. Pretty cool. But the big question is, how do you get it from the source link to the jar? Now it looks like this is automatically transmitting to this nearby one, like with those beams. Source stones, formerly known as arcane stones. With source gems you can get started by crafting the various machines by creating source stones. Okay, well let's get some of these source gems out of here and see how we craft source stones. Okay, so you put source gems in the middle, stone around the edge, and you get, source stone. Simple. There we go, 16. Oh man, look at this. So there's some pretty cool digs down here as well. Arcanist's hat, sorcerer's collar. Oh, so we can choose to either be a sorcerer or an arcanist. I'm not quite sure what I want to be. I like the idea of being a sorcerer, to be honest. Also, what are these? Bookworm, Drigmere, Starbuncle, Wixie, Amethyst Golem, Whirlysprig. Now, these look like the bad guys of the mod pack. Enchanting Apparatus. And what's this? Arcane Pedestals. These are needed for the Ritual Brazier and crafting items with an enchanting apparatus. Go ahead and make yourself 8 of them. So these are, we need a lot of these. Oh my god, and they're not cheap. Wait, no, this is the apparatus, not the pillar. Still, we need one of these anyway, so we'll make one. Magic mod mechanic. Boom. And the pillar. Ooh, so we're going to need a few... yeah, we can do this. Super easy. So let's do it then. We need a few more source stones. And yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 arcane pedestals and an enchanting apparatus. Now I hope I have enough room here for this multi-block structure. I can move these jars though. They don't need to be where they are. In fact, yeah, let's go and put these in the corner over here. Out of sight, out of mind. So here we go. We're going to get, ooh, air essence. Nice. We've made 8 of those, and we didn't make a ritual blazer though. Blazer? Brazier. This is used to cast rituals and can be used for decoration. Oh, wait, so you can make lights out of these. Ritual brazier. Add source nearby to increase craft speed. Let's try that. Let's move over one of these jars. Yeah, there we go. Now, is this speeding things up? Oh yeah, massively. Look at that. Everything just crafted instantly. So, let's make some more. The other materials we have, and boom, a ritual brazier. So let's see what this looks like. Very cool. So the theme for ARS NOUVEAU very much seems to be gold and purple, with a bit of grey here and there. And you know what? It's quite a nice colour scheme. So what can you put on a ritual brazier to make it glow, to make it like, you know, pretty? Oh, use a light spell on it. Right, fair enough. Oh, so it looks like there are a number of different rituals that you can cast. Tablet of Disintegration, Tablet of Warping. Summon Wilden. Right, that might be what we have to do to get the Wilden boss. Oh, and what's this? I got some water essence. Magical essences created in an imbuement chamber. What else can you make in an imbuement chamber then? Oh, air essence, water essence, fire essence, and these are important for certain spells. Oh, you can also turn blocks of amethyst into blocks of source gems. Oh, I wonder if you can turn like a block of lapis into a block of source gems as well. Okay, aspiring wizards, what is next? Now, enchanting apparatus. We built one of these, but now we need to build an arcane core. The enchanting apparatus is used to craft various items within the mod. Okay, and it requires source to work. Also a multi-block structure. Here we go, now we're talking. Utilizes arcane pedestals to craft. Start by placing an arcane core in the ground, then place the enchanting apparatus on top of it, surround the apparatus with arcane pedestals. There will be somewhere in the book, however, that shows us exactly how this goes together. So let's make the core first. The arcane core. Amazing, got the stuff. Oh, whoa, look at this. So we can make some pretty cool items with this. We can make an enchanter's sword, an enchanter's bow, an enchanter's mirror, or an enchanter's shield. These could be pretty good. The casting wand especially sounds pretty amazing. But what's this other end? Summoning help. Oh, so we can use these creatures to help us do battle. Like a bookworm, a whirly sprig, amethyst golden, or maybe they're not for battle, maybe they're for like crafting, I don't know. So what does like the enchanter's sword do? Has it got like crazy damage? Oh no, it's got like 8 damage. However, it can be inscribed with a spell. Oh, and the bow lets you use those empowered arrows that we've been finding that augment spells that you put on the bow. They're pretty cool. Okay. Oh, and look at this. There's also, by the looks of it, some curios and equipment to wear as well. So what's a belt of levitation? Hover everywhere you go. This allows you to levitate. To activate, just sneak while in the air. Oh, I've used one of these before, and this is actually a really powerful tool. Well, okay, what we're going to do now is set up the enchanting apparatus, because forget these summonings and forget these tools. What we really want to do is craft a Mage Bloom seed. So how do you set up the enchanting apparatus? What does the book say? Okay, weird. There's no diagram in this book, or at least not that I can find. Wait, here we go. Place any number of arcane pedestals within 3 blocks. So there's no specific structure to this other than the fact that the core needs to be below the main block. So let's just try putting this down here. So the arcane core goes down, and then on top of that goes the enchanting apparatus. Then you put the pedestals within 3 blocks around the apparatus. So 1, 2, and oh yeah, where are we going to put the last one? I guess here, 8. Wait a minute, this could be a bit neater. Let's make it a bit neater. There we go, now they're way more evenly spaced. So you put items on these pedestals, and then it creates a ritual. Well, okay then, let's make some Mage Bloom seeds. How do you do that? Okay, so it's just basically 4 source gems and any old seed in the middle. So let's just splash 4 of these around. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then a seed in the middle. And luckily enough, we have no shortage of seeds. So boom. Oh, it's working. Oh man, this is a very cool looking rich. Oh, whoa. Oh my god. Oh, that looks freaking amazing. Budding, and now we have a Mage Bloom seed. Ah, well, let's do another one. I want another Mage Bloom seed. These look pretty cool. And it looks like you can put the items around the edge in any old order. It doesn't really matter where you put them. As long as there are 4 in total. Boom, the 3rd seed, quest complete. This will be used to create us some magical clothing. Oh, very cool. And we get 2 to 4 seeds as a reward. Very nice. Well, let's go and plant these in our garden. In our magical garden. Oh, it looks like some of the sage seeds have grown, and so have the demon dream seeds. Now we're going to use this little bit of land over here for the other bits of, you know, the other seeds. 1, 2, 3. Now this is going to take a while to grow, I guess, so I could speed things up with my watering can. So we have the Mage Bloom, and the next quest is Mage Bloom Fiber. Okay, when your Mage Bloom seeds bloom, okay, you can use the Mage Bloom to create fibers. Alright, yeah, cool. These are used to craft several items, including your first set of magical armor. Right, so it looks like there's 3 different sets of armor. Sorcerer, Battle Mage, Arcanist. The Sorcerer collar needs... what does it need? Oh, it's tier 1. Then the Battle Mage is tier 1. And the Arcanist is also tier 1? Right, I see. So it looks like the Battle Mage stuff is a bit more for taking damage. It's got higher levels of armor and armor toughness. Well, you know what? This is taking way too long. Time for some bone meal. Now, does bone meal work? Oh, yeah, it does. Oh, thank God. Okay. There we go. Why was I ever bothering with that watering can? Such a fool. There we go. Almost a stack of Mage Bloom. Let's see how this works then. You use this to make Mage Bloom fiber. Just put it in your crafting grid. Cool. Quest complete. And now it's time to make a set of armor. What are we going to go for? Are we going to go for Battle Mage? Are we going to go for Sorcerer? Or are we going to go for Arcanist's hat? Well, I think really what we're going to go for is looks, because none of it's going to beat this refined obsidian stuff. Or will it? I don't know. One thing's for sure though, this armor is good for mana regeneration. Maybe we can enchant our obsidian gear with mana regeneration, but I don't know. So far though, the Arcanist stuff looks the coolest. This looks like actual wizard stuff. The other stuff looks like, I don't know, like a bit weird, but this is like a purple Gandalf hat, and I'm on board for that. So let's try and make one of these. Iron. Wait, hang on a sec. So this is an iron set. This is a gold set. And the Battle Mage is diamonds. Okay. So you know what? Why stick with one? Let's make all 3 of these sets and see which one looks the best. There we go. All 3 sets. Now we combine them with Mage Bloom. And yeah, we'll start with the cheapest up to the strongest. So... the boots. And all of the recipes are literally just, I think, 4 fiber and the piece of armor. So, boots first. Oh, there we go, Arcanist's Treads. But this is going to take quite some time, so I'm going to just hit back with you guys in a minute when we've created all of these pieces of armor. Well, there you have it, my friends. The complete set's made. Now let's go and redeem these quests. Oh yeah, look at all this XP and loot. We're going to be able to unlock all of the glyphs with this. It's going to be amazing. Oh yeah, so much XP, so much loot. Fantastic. Yeah, a pocket full of spell materials now. But the moment of truth, what you guys have really been waiting for, we need to hit the catwalk to see what these badass new threads look like. So, music maestro. Set number 1, we're looking at the Sorcerer's set. This is the one that you make with gold. And yeah, if you'll excuse my cape, it's looking pretty snazzy. Not bad at all. So this is the gold set, the Sorcerer's collar and regalia. Next up, we're going to be looking at the iron set. Now, this is what I'm talking about. I look like a real wizard in this stuff. Fan-frickin-tastic. Once again, excuse the cape, but yeah, not much going on in the back anyway. Very cool. Very, very, very cool. And last but not least, we're going to be equipping the Battle Mage set. Okay, it's weird. I look like some kind of weird kind of magical Biggles, like a 1920s aviation pro. Very cool though, and this armor set I think is the best out of the 3 in terms of stats. Very nice. But since this armor is purely cosmetic for now, we're going to be going back to the Arcanist set, which I think looks the coolest. However, what we could do is actually mix and match these sets. Yeah, you know what, I think the winning combination is the Arcanist's hat, the Battle Mage chest, the Battle Mage legs, and the Arcanist boots. Looking very cool indeed, like a real wizard. So there you have it, ARS NOUVEAU completed from start to absolute finish. There's a lot we didn't really cover, like we never did any of these rituals, so we don't know what these tablets do. Also, we never really did the summoning help, or crafted some of this gear. So there's still time to come back and take a look at some of these other things, but honestly, this feels like we've kind of covered most of this mod pretty much in depth. To get the Archmage spellbook, I do need to summon, like some crazy Wilden dude, which I think is going to involve a crazy ritual. As always though, a massive thank you for watching. I'm really enjoying the magical mods, so next episode we're going to be dipping into another magical mod. Maybe Elemental Craft because it does have a quest chain, but I also want to sort out my gear enchants. So Apotheosis and the enchanting setup might be the next best place to start. So thank you for watching, hit like and subscribe, and until next time, take care.